Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EGIK WM France deck G456 game with Pain, Scholar, and Quatannens. Opening pack I see Photographer. Nothing else is really close. Yeah, nothing else is really close at all. What am I getting back here? Architect might be okay with Photographer if I want a family growth 3 times. And also do a big house, so it means I'll want to reno. Otherwise, I don't know, Carrot Farmer, Haberdasher, Greengrocer. What I want back will totally depend on what other cards I get here. And it's Photographer, and it's really not close. This looks like Zipper Maker to me. There is Grain Lover, but Zipper Maker is a pretty fantastic nerd card with Photographer. There is Crop Rotator, which I could take to help me win the Grain Lover points. Animal Welfarist is sort of a thing with Architect, but I don't have to take it here. Yeah, I think it's Crop Rotator or Zipper Maker. I think Zipper Maker goes better with Photographer than Crop Rotator. Crop Rotator would help me compete for the Grain Lover points, but... Oh, you think Grain Lover? Interesting. I guess there are a lot of cards that trigger off of having a planted grain field. Yeah. Okay, so I've got Garter's Wife here, Employee of the Month. I know Cabinet Maker is out there, so that's something to think about with Ware Salesman. Employee of the Month is very good. If it was worse, I would take Ware Salesman here, but Employee of the Month is extremely good. Like in this kind of game, Employee of the Month is very likely to just be like a 6 or 8 point card. Because it's just going to give me one of a bunch of different type of goods that I wouldn't necessarily take otherwise. I'll keep Ware Salesman in mind though. I think Zipper Maker's not bad. Zipper Maker's not bad. So Tavern Keeper is a thing with Big House. There's Pipe Smoker, which would have been very good for Grain Lover. I think I'm taking Tavern Keeper here. Tavern Keeper going for the first room. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Stone Carver is okay for feeding. I don't think I want Carrot Farmer, not with Employee of the Month. I guess I don't want Greengrocer with Tavern Keeper. I don't think I want Beastmaster. So I'm looking at Glassblower here and wondering with Tavern Keeper, maybe I go for an oven. And then I can feed with ovens plus Tavern Keeper. That might be okay. Glassblower is more work than Stone Carver, to be sure. But if I am going for a big stone house, then paying stone, it can be kind of annoying. So there's Cabinet Maker. So if I think Ware Salesman is out there, I could take Cabinet Maker. Like if I think I'm going to wheelware salesman, but that seems unlikely. I'm going to grab prosecutor here to make my potential clay oven cheaper. And this one, I'm not really going to want to reno early, so I'll take traveling salesman. I guess I'm more likely to play master renovator than traveling salesman, depending on what miners I get. The other thing traveling salesman does is it lets me play major improvements that cost stone with my family growth queue actions. But what are the odds that I play prosecutor and traveling salesman before I getting in the family growth queue? Probably not that high, right? You know what though? It does let me like take advantage of prosecutor and then use traveling salesman to catch up on my miners late in the game. I think I like guest plow here. With Tavern Keeper, I have slightly more incentive than normal to play cards like guest plow. Clockwork Man with Employee of the Month is a thing, for sure. I like Festival Hall as well. Lamp Oil. Village Well with Prosecutor is a thing, because of course you can build a well, save 2 stone, and then upgrade to the Village Well for free. Probably don't need to first pick guest plow, do I? I think Sickle's the pick. I don't think I want to play Sickle. I'm not at all guaranteed to have 5 fields and four vegetables. So I could take Village Well or Clockwork Man, I think. I like Festival Hall a lot. I'm not sure when I'm going to get it online, though. So I think I'm looking at Village Well or Clockwork Man. I'll take Village Well here. Wow, Rum Distillery. Well, definitely not passing that. I'd love to wheel Timetable. Doesn't seem likely, but I'd love to wheel Timetable. But if I could pull off Tavern Keeper Rum Distillery every harvest, that would be pretty great. But yeah, Rum Distillery, I'm really hating myself for not taking Grain Lover now. Grain Lover would have obviously been great. Okay. I think I take Hayrake here. This seems like a hand that wants to grow a bunch of times. Plus, Hayrake with Guest Room is a thing because I can double Guest Room in the round, or Guest Plow in the round that it comes out. I could play like Passing Miner Extra Effort or Passing Miner Almanac, but I have Traveling Salesman, which has the same effect as Extra Effort. It would mean I don't have to play Traveling Salesman, which is a thing for sure. It does cost a food either way. It seems like Prosecutor should be good with Rum Distillery and Village Well. So maybe I might wheel Extra Effort or one of those cards. Private Forest is okay, but it's bad with Prosecutor. I think it's bad with what I want to be doing this game. At least in the early game. Child's Toy is good. But I think I'm going to be trying to play major improvements on the family growth queue. Maybe I take Ox Skull here, or am I Galaxy Braining this too much? Yeah, maybe I take Ox Skull as a late game card potential late game card. Okay. With Tavern Keeper, with Rum Distillery and Tavern Keeper, I definitely want to have empty rooms in almost every single harvest, so guest plow should be useful. Yep. Oh, timetable's still here. What are the odds I play timetable before Rum Distillery? Not that high, but what are the odds that I play Bartering Hut or Constellation Prize? Not that high, right? Cheese Fondue is a clay for a point, though. There was Passing Minor Almanac, so maybe I get past Almanac and then I want to play timetable to use it. Hey, Catchy Slim. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome aboard. Let's get some Play-agricola in chat. Thanks so much for the subscription. Rum Distillery activates in the feeding phase, so does Tavern Keeper, so Snack Time is playable here. Cooking Hearth is a sort of a thing with Traveling Salesman. Take Snack Time here. For sure, been watching a lot of your YouTube videos. Good stuff. Well, glad to hear. Glad to hear that. Thank you very much. Yes, if you're watching me live, if you're used to watching me on YouTube and you're now watching live on Twitch, you're going to see a lot more fail on my part. I'll put it that way. I usually don't put up games where I just get really salty and complain the whole time. I try to avoid that. All right, what am I playing here? Photographer, I guess. Get it out of the way. Or Tavern Keeper. Maybe I play... Yeah, you know what? I'll play Tavern Keeper. Because my goal should be to have a room built by the end of round 4. You can't watch live at 2 times speed. You watch me at 2 times speed? That's crazy. That's crazy. Stack time Nambo with Prosecutor. Yeah, I'm not 100% on Prosecutor. We'll see. We will see. Payne plays Commercial Baker. I wonder if Payne has Grain Lover after first picking Commercial Baker. I'm just glad I didn't ship him Rum Distillery. Oh, man. Scholar re-ups with Private Forest. Yeah, that's annoying. That's the problem with passing Private Forest, is you're just putting yourself in last. Or third in this case. So I'll take 2 reed with my first move next round, but I'm pretty sure Quatannens will take the 2 reed, and I imagine Scholar will read Stone Food, so I'm going to have the choice of like 3 wood or another Auk. So it's going to be difficult for me to activate Tavern Keeper in round 4, which I would like to do, but who knows? Maybe Quatannens doesn't want to build a room and is going to take wood or something. Maybe Quatannens has like a benefactor or something they're setting up, or early fencing or whatever. And then I get 2 reed here. That would be awesome if I got 2 reed, because then I can take 3 wood next round and build. For clay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Payne, what's up? Oh, he said BRB. Okay. So we're waiting on Payne to make a move. Yeah, I'm pretty sad about that last game. It's too bad. I mean, I'm happy with how I played it. I think it was a good plan. I ended up I ended up in second, 4 points behind the winner. The winner grew 1-2, and I grew 6. So yeah, family growth coming any later. I grow earlier than 6, and Rainier is less likely to be able to grow 1-2, or it would have taken more work for him to grow 1-2. So yeah. Like I probably, if family growth comes even one round later, I grow 5th instead of 6th. So I grow at the same time, but it's earlier in the queue overall, so the other players' scores are generally lower. Yeah, Scholar plays Ware Salesman. Makes a lot of sense. Scholar did not get Cabinet Maker, but there is the Stonecutter's Hall out there. So this is a bit of an awkward spot to be in, because I want a 3-wood action next round, but I don't have much to do here, and I don't really want to start player. Stonecutter. Yes. I imagine Scholar took Stonecutter, is my guess. So what I'd like is my round 3 is something like 3 wood into Prosecutor, and then my round 4 is build a room into Start Player Rum Distillery. Something like that would be quite good. To me, it feels like Payne is playing better for Rum Distillery. Do you think so, Maruska? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think that is an excellent observation. Yes, obviously, I agree. uh, Captain Obvious here, yeah. So Quatannens probably builds the fireplace with their second action, or Quatannens plays Clay Roof at some point. Payne plays Pipe Smoker. So yeah, I'm hoping to get Expensive Ock back. If I don't get Expensive Ock back, I could build a room here. It kind of sucks building a room in round 3 because, of course, somebody else can build in round 4. But it's not guaranteed that somebody else builds here. Scholar with Stone Carver. Yeah, so my village well is definitely at risk. Absolutely at risk. But that happens when someone gets Reedstone food in the first 3 rounds. You know, that player usually is able to build the well pretty quickly. Something about getting Reedstone food 3 times lets you build the well. Can't quite put my finger on it. So I'm a little vulnerable. If Quatannens does have Clay Roof, Quatannens could start player Clay Roof into build and then grow in front and then be ready to grow in round 5. But Quatannens sits in front of me, so I don't really mind if Quatannens does that. Scholar could 3 wood into build, but of course Scholar can't build and start player. So I'd have the opportunity to play Rum Distillery to get in front. Read Stone Food into start player Rum. That's an option, yes. Yes. So I could play Prosecutor here. If I prosecute, then I could, and nobody else builds an improvement, then I could start player snack time. But that basically kills my Prosecutor. What I could also do is I could play Photographer and then start player snack time. And I don't have to eat the grain with Rum Distillery this round. I can do it in the future. I think that's what I'm going to do. Play Photographer here. I can play Rum Distillery like around Family Growth later. And if I'm not getting the well, then Prosecutor is quite a bit worse without getting the well. And I'm very dependent on the other players doing the stuff that I want them to do. Yeah, like Scholar probably builds here, so that really pushes me to want to start player. Hey, Quatannens taking Reedstone Food is weird after ignoring 2 read round 2. I'm confused by what Quatannens is doing. Oh, hopefully over. With this game, this hand should be more than 7 food from Zipper. I have no idea what Quatannens is doing. No idea. I'm going to let Scholar grow in front of me. I'm going to take 3 read here. Because 3 read lets me get back to the build a room space. Because I actually want to activate Zipper or Tavern Keeper every harvest that I can. Plus, if I play any improvement there, it prevents me from playing Rum Distillery. Like if I play Hay Rake or Guest Plow there, then I can no longer play Rum Distillery after a stone grab. Yeah, so snack time plus Tavern Keeper plus Rum Distillery, that's 5 food per harvest, so that's worth putting some work into, I think. Scholar, start player, buried treasure. Yeah, sure. Quatannens plays wealthiest European. So that basically forces Scholar to second action, build the well. I'm going to take 3 food here, or sorry, 3 wood. Then I'm ready to go back to the build-a-room space. I can use build-a-room to potentially protect family growth depending on the queue. Yeah. Payne, Renault plus Diamond Mine. So what if Payne... I wonder what Payne has. If it's Lighthouse or if it's Straw Thatched Hut. I passed Diamond Mine, so it could still be like start player first pick Straw Thatched Hut. Although he needs a second field if it's Straw Thatched Hut. Scholar's gonna build the BMW over the well. That makes a lot of sense actually. Yeah. With Where's Salesman makes a ton of sense. And Quatannens builds. Oh, family growth came in 6. So, yeah, obviously my decision not to start player was bad if family growth flips in 6, but oh well. I didn't want to put my whole game on a 50-50. I can still do other things, try to do other things. Quatannens will family growth play an improvement, which means I could theoretically play... And it looks like Payne actually is going to clay oven. So I could 4 wood here. And you know what? I will 4 wood. What am I saying? I'll 4 wood. 4 wood and then second move Reedstone Food, hopefully. Yeah, Payne maybe builds the clay oven second move. Scholar can take wood and threaten build, yeah. I probably get 6 wood right now, right? So I should Reedstone Food here. So that I can play Rum Distillery on start player, if that's what I need to do. No, Scholar's not really hungry. Stone Carver and Basket Maker's Workshop is plenty. Just would need to pick up 1 stone from somewhere, but... Payne's got clay supports. Okay, so Payne needs a good read action. But it means Payne is at least a round away from building, so... I might be able to get away with not start playering here, depending on what Scholar's showing. Payne's got no wood, so that's a thing. And I'm ready to build 2 more rooms, which is fantastic for my Tavern Keeper. So, yeah, that's something. And building 2 more rooms is also very good for my Guest Plow, because with Guest Plow, I think you can plow 2-3 times, but what's going to be even better for me this game will be plowing 3 once and then plowing 2 once. And there we go. There's my 5 fields. So Scholar can take 4 wood and build, but if they do that, they need a Reedstone Food action. If Scholar doesn't get a Reedstone Food action and builds, then Scholar starves, unless somebody else triggers Where's Salesman. Guess Plow it a Naturalist. Quatannens builds the fireplace. I want to be in a position where I can build with my first move next round to protect growth in 8 and 9. But I also need to pick up a bunch of food here. So I guess start player rum distillery is the play. FFG, G2, 3 food, J, feed 6, or feed 4. Five food and a point each harvest. Yep, that is a thing. That is good. Could still Scholar's playing Fruit Tree. Is this on Reno? Reno Fruit Tree would be pretty surprising to me, actually, if Scholar's giving up on building another wood room. Huh. So does Scholar have Farm Steward, or maybe just planning on building a clay room? Maybe some reason to reno, some other reason to reno, like a Stonehouse card or something. I'm surprised by that, definitely. I'm definitely surprised by that. First move, 2 wood rooms for me. Payne's building the stone oven, sure. Looks like Quatannens will build the well. Yeah, so if I'm not going to be building the well, then Prosecutor is not as good. But if I could pull it off, it'd be pretty great. Oh, Payne Star Player Stone Oven, of course. I always forget about Commercial Baker making Stone Oven a minor improvement. Play Guest Plow on Family Growth. I think I'd go to 4 and then don't grow again for a bit. Not until I've built my 6th room. This seems like a game where the 6th room is valuable. Collect Tavern Keeper the entire game, get a point out of it. I'm not building any major improvements, so it would let me put all my stone into a stone house. Scholar's got Grocer. Nice card. Nice card. Yeah. Because family growthing 3 times and renovating to twice is amazing with Photographer in a 5-room house. 6-room stone house would be even better. So if I could pull off a 6-room stone house, that would be really good. And I am growing 8-9, so that helps. That helps quite a bit. Gives me lots of actions. My feeding is pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable. I have enough food for the next harvest already, assuming that I don't play an occupation. which I might do. Probably playing Zipper Maker in round 9 makes sense. So that I can take a bunch of resources in round 10 with my 4 actions. Yeah. Yeah, that does seem good. Quatannens has got Wood Buyer. Oh, no. All right. Well, the premium on wood just went up quite a bit. I think I play no miner on Family Growth here. I think with Wood Buyer coming out, I'm not playing Hay Rake. I only need 2 plow actions anyways, maybe 3 this game. I'm not going to want to plow one field more than twice, I think. Treehouse for Scholar. There it is. I figured there was some reason. There had to be some reason. Poor Pain. Poor Pain. Also, Prosecutor looking really good now. If Scholar's going to have to first action Family Growth, or sorry, not Prosecutor, Zipper Maker. Zipper Maker looking really good. You know what? I'll play Hay Rake. It gives me certainty. And you know what? Plowing 6 fields means that I don't need so much wood for fencing. Payne plays Carrot Farmer. Okay, so I can't play Zipper Maker anymore. Because even if I get a good action, I won't have enough. A good food action, to be clear. But that's okay. I can play Zipper Maker in 10, and it'll cover my feeding in 11. Hopefully there are decent resource actions in 11. But I mean, I can set myself up so that I don't really care what's there. Plus J photo, thank you. Quatannens says Master Huntsman. Yeah, definitely gonna probably Reno well next move. I'm gonna grab 3 stone here. Lets me go after the well. If I don't get the well, I can think about clay oven, or it's just wood stone for renovating my massive house. Third move could be plow, could be reedstone food, could be 3 wood. Yeah, Scholar has to first move Family Growth, so Quatannens does what? Quatannens plays Forest Pasture. That lets me build the well. And I do have Village Well. I have enough food. FF. Yeah, feed 7. Yeah, okay. This gives up a 6 wood action, but then I get a 4 wood action. Alright. I'll build the well, sure. Plus FFG, and then convert. Feed 7. Scholar plays extra effort. What major are they playing? They're gonna have to buy some stuff. Building the joinery. Okay, buy to a stone, I guess. And they picked up a food from fruit tree. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, some wells are very well deserved. Quatannens take 6 wood. I'll take 4 wood. See if he buys. Probably does. Does buy. So my round 11 is something like 2 stone, 2 reed, clay, wood, something like that. Just as many building resources as I can get. If I can get a 5 clay action, that would be nice. Although I really need more than 5 clay. Although I would also like to play Zipper Maker. Or sorry, Employee of the Month. But I guess I'd play Employee of the Month in round 12. Yeah, Zipper Maker, my odds are coming out a little late here. Employee of the Month at best is coming round 12. Because it's not going to be worth playing it in the round that I can trigger Zipper Maker. Unless the action spaces are really, really all bad. Then I can play Employee of the Month in 11. I wish I could play Employee of the Month here, actually. Maybe that's what I should do. I eat a grain, but I can get the grain back. Yeah, then get it like a cattle and a vegetable out of it. Maybe that's what I should do. Plow and then play Employee of the Month. Eat a raw grain to pay for it. I could do that. Yeah. GVA, something like that. So first move 5 clay for me. Quatannens will take the cattle, I believe. Although nobody else is threatening the cattle. Quatannens just going to casually get 3 breeding pairs here. I hope Quatannens doesn't have any plow help. It's going to be pretty ugly if Quatannens has plow help. Although Scholar is still in a very good spot. 5 clay comes with 5 food. Payne finally gets the family growth. Finally! How does Zipper Maker interact with Wood Buyer? When I take building resources, I receive 1 additional food with each resource. So receives wood. I don't know. I guess I probably don't get the trigger. Probably not. Payne start player. It's probably good for Scholar. Because Payne might first move family growth. You think I get 3 food from 3 wood? Let's look at the Wood Buyer compendium. Wood still counts as taken, but you don't receive. Yeah, I don't receive. I think I don't receive it. I think I don't receive the wood. Yeah, the thing is, though, Zipper Maker says I receive a food with each resource. I can look at, see if it's been in here. What if I leave some of the building resources I take? You don't get a food for it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's an answer, except that Manatite says... I'm going to Reedstone food. Yes, I want Reedstone food. Plus FF. Zipper says take wood. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, receive does happen after taking. Yellinger, I agree, because you can take something and not receive it. I agree with that. But I'm not totally sure. Zipper does say whenever you take, but then it says you get a food when you receive the resource. It doesn't exactly say that. But it seems like you have to take, the take is for you have to actually take it. You can't just like get it off of private forest or whatever. And then the receive part is when the Zipper Maker activates. That's my interpretation of it. Should I take 4 clay here? What do I need the clay for? Clay oven, 3 clay fireplace, building a clay room. What are the odds I build a clay room here? I think it's probably not correct for me to build a clay room. It's just too many actions. But maybe. Maybe. I could take the 2 read. But I only need, if I don't reno again, I only need 1 more read action. And it's a reedstone food action. Yeah, I should probably not build again. So the clay would only be good if I'm building one of these 3 majors. And I think I'm hoping to get away without having to build any of them with my rum distillery and snack time. Although that is going to slow down. Going for the clay oven would be fine. And it comes with 4. It comes with 4 food. I guess maybe that was an obvious move. I didn't need to think about that so much. So FFG, G to 3 food, and then feed 8. Whoops. Four food is good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I basically have enough food for the rest of the game now. Between rum distillery and the well and rum distillery and 13 food. So I have 16. I probably stop wanting to turn on snack time, but I have 16. I have 22 right now, so I could afford to grow in 13 and not get any more Tavern Keeper food. I should definitely reno this round. Make sure that I get that. Yeah, Payne plowed and Scholar got family growth. That is so good for Scholar. I'm guessing he's going to buy. See if it makes sense to you. First, you take resources. Here, the zipper triggers and resolved. After that, you receive, and that is where the wood collector triggers and resolves. But of course, what you say makes sense. It should be like a detailed steps to things that happen in Agricola in the compendium. Yeah. So the idea. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right about that, Yellinger. There is it is well established that, for example, resource seller does not activate. So if I take 1 clay. That clay is bought by clay buyer, then, which doesn't exist. But if I take clay, that clay is bought by clay buyer, I don't actually receive any clay, so then the resource seller doesn't trigger, for example. But this one, I'm not totally sure when the zipper maker activates. So that's a question, but it's a worthwhile question. I'll ask it on the forum and see what people have to say about it, because it is definitely a worthwhile question to ask. I guess there's 3 reed there, so if I can pull off the stone house, I should try for it. Especially if my wood's going to keep getting purchased. If my wood's going to keep going to Quatannens, I have way more food than I need. So then I think going for another room is worthwhile. I just need to get enough stone. That's the big thing, is can I get enough stone? And there's only 1 stone improvement left. Payne does want stone himself, and Scholar would not mind some stone. It's me, but I sit in front of Payne, so I should be able to take stone before Payne does. So I'm going to plow 2 and then reno here. I also would like a sow action. Sow action this harvest would be great. Actually, is Quatannens going to let me sow? Is Quatannens going to sow 1 field? That seems unlikely, right? It seems more likely that they will family growth, right? On 3 family members? Yeah. So that means I get plow sow next round, which actually probably changes what I should do here. Quatannens just played Gardener's Wife. Okay, so I'm renovating. Oh man, I'm 1 clay short of reno and building a room. Because otherwise I could triple plow with guest plow. Or I could take a crop here. Like I could take a grain or take a vegetable, since I'm reasonably certain that I'm going to get that action. Maybe I just take 2 stone to play it safe. You know what? I'm going to give up on the 6th room. I'm going to just reno clay oven here. And the reed is kind of a waste, but yeah, and then last move take 2 stone, I think. Yeah. Wow, plow got taken. Not even plow sow. What? Um, that's really weird. Guess plow activates on plow sow, right? Yeah, it does. It's really weird. There's an argument if I'm going to do a 6 field that my field should not be here. It should be below. But I don't think I'm building the 6th room at this point. To build the 6th room, I need 4 clay and then I need 4 more stone. And that's quite a lot. Needing 4 more stone is a lot. I'm going to take 2 stone with my next move. Yes, definitely taking 2 stone with my next move. Because that basically prevents pain from being able to grow to reno themselves. So that means I'm basically buying myself the ability to reno in the last round by taking 2 stone here. And I do need 1 more stone action. I know that. I guess the requirements to win Grain Lover are not that high right now, which is weird. Which is really weird. Like 8 grain might do it. 8 grain might be enough here. Oh, Payne plays Almanac on Family Growth. Okay, so then he's going to do a sow action. Almanac is good here for him. And Almanac, I guess Quatannens needs to, or sorry, not Quatannens, Scholar needs to take wood before they can play Almanac. They do have the joinery, so they don't mind taking wood. Take the cattle, makes sense. Payne took wood over plow with sickle. Yeah. No. Quatannens' first move plowed. It was weird. Quatannens' first move plowed over plow sow. And did correctly assume that they would wheel Family Growth, I guess. They did some math and figured if I plow first, then I wheel Family Growth. And it worked out, so yeah, I don't know. It was kind of weird. Double plow here. Or take clay and build. You know what? I have so much food. I'm going to take clay and build. I have hay rake, so I would be able to plow with this action. I can unblockably use the plow and field space. Doesn't seem like Scholar really wants Reno Fence, so I should be able to get Reno Fence in the last round. But if Payne needs to Reno as well, that's something I have to be wants defense as well. That's something I have to be careful about. Woodworker here with the joinery. Scholar could potentially yes. Yes, we've always said that Woodworker can be activated immediately. I can plow 3 more fields with hay rake and set up last move family growth village well. So it'd be Reno Fence 4. So my 4 moves are 2 stone, Reno Fence 4, plow, 3 hay rake. Unless Scholar wants to mess with me. Plow 3 family growth. Unless Scholar wants to mess with me, then I'm vulnerable to being messed with. I did say I would like a sow action as well. That's something to think about. If I want a sow action, then I should just build 4 rooms here. Because then I don't care about which family growth action I get. Or sorry, which Reno action I get. I guess plow is not very good next round. Plow doesn't do very much unless I'm getting fence as well. That's the only time it's good. I'm not guaranteed to get Reno Fence next round. Y2B. Do I need to play it risky here? This is kind of risky. Maybe play it safe. Only plus FG, not FFG. G2, 3 food and a point. Harvest. Feed 8. Four stable seems really bad. You think so? I think 4 stables is the safe play because it means that I don't have to get a fence action. Play aggressive to win. Honestly, I have a lot of points on my farm, Fofo. I have a lot of points with the only global bonus being Grain Lover. I have a lot of points on my farm. I have a 5-point rum distillery, 4-point well, 6-room stone house, 5-point photographer. I think I can play a little safe. I have a bonus point from Tavern Keeper. I'm looking at so what I'm doing is I'm looking at the hay rake action. If I build 2 stables and rely on getting fence, then the hay rake action is like only as good as 2 boar or whatever, or a sheep, and compared to stables. So this might lower my total potential score by 1 or 2 points, but it guarantees that I can family growth and reno. That's the way I'm looking at it. This guarantees family growth and reno. Ooh, Scholar not going for Grain Lover at all. Interesting. Sowing 3 vegetables there. Scholar maybe has some vegetable card, I would assume. Reno, be rebuy the well with Village. No, I'm going to Reno. Go for Reno. Because I could play Ox Skull for 1 point. Let the cattle run away. Yeah, so this is what I was worried about. That Pain was going to fence, and then Scholar could block me on Reno fence. So what I was worried about is Scholar blocking Reno fence. Because, fencing was not guaranteed. Family growth and Reno were guaranteed. Fencing was not guaranteed. So if I'm only going to fence... Yeah. I could have gone for the high... Ooh, crop rotator. Oh, man. Okay, there you go. That's the Grain Lover play there. So I'm hoping to get 2 boar here. 2 boar, then Reno, then family growth. 2 boar, Reno, family growth, yeah. Because the 2 boar is a 3-point play. I needed stone. Yes, I was pretty sure that I needed to first move take the 2 stone. That seemed like the safe play to me. Scholar needed stone. Yes, Scholar did need stone. But Scholar could have taken the 2 stone with his first move, right? And that kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Like, if Scholar thinks that I'm his only opposition, 2 stone first action is actually fantastic. Because it basically takes me out of contention, because I don't get my Stonehouse Reno. Basically, I was playing around Scholar blocking my 2 stone. That's the way I was thinking about it. I'm going to let my cattle run. Give myself a point for Rum Distillery. I don't think you let her run. You have her skull in the living room. There you go. I don't feed it. I don't feed it for a year. That's funny. Yeah, it's gonna be Scholar's got a nice game. Scholar getting the Grain Lover points is scary. Or 3F. I didn't do that right, but basically, they get the idea. So I have my final score plus 14. Need to breed this. Feed a bunch. Final score plus 14, so 52. Might not be enough. It's gonna be really close. Yeah, he breeds one more point. It might be a tie. No, never mind. He sows. He didn't do his sow action. Scholar wins. Yeah, that crop rotator was huge. Yeah. Yeah, Payne and Quatannens both at 42, so they're not really relevant. It was just Scholar and I. Need some extra moves. I needed some extra moves. I have too many negatives on. Oh, are you kidding me? I lose by 1 point? One grain off. Rum not 6. No, I didn't trigger rum in stage 1. I didn't get it out in stage 1. I didn't get a Reedstone food action until sometime. Five before the harvest. No, I just ticked it up early. Too bad. Fun game. If this employee of the month, instead of getting me grain, gets me... This employee of the month, if instead of getting me grain, it could have got me sheep, then I win. The greedy line was 1 point more, probably cost Scholar some points because it prevents Scholar from fencing, you think? He might have had an imp, yeah. Doesn't he have points from... I assumed he had some points from like, I assumed taking wood was not really that good for him, but yeah. If I plan on getting Reno fence... I can't hold sheep and cattle, though. Right. But I would have been able to if it was... Yeah, that's true. That's true. I wouldn't have been able to hold both. Darn. I'm close. I'm really close. Only 1 point off. One more field. Just needed one more field. If I could have got one plow action after playing guest plow immediately after, because I played guest plow on family growth with 2 empty rooms, right? So if I can guest plow in round 9, or like just one more time before, yeah, because I only guest plowed twice. Yeah, that's what I said. I said, hey, if you can three fields, 2 fields, that's the dream. That is the dream. Too bad. Fun. This is a fun game. Came up a little short though. Who took start player? Scholar, then me, then Scholar. Quatannens, Pain. Yeah, so it seems like most of them were Pain and Scholar. So I was either in third or fourth most of the game. So that hurt. That definitely hurt. Being third or fourth. Yeah, because Quatannens start player twice, once on Family Growth and once in round 12. Now, the Red 12 start player was really good for me, because then I got Plowso in 13. But yeah, I'm 1 grain away, because I have a grain on my farm that I didn't bother adding from Tavern Keeper, because it's irrelevant. The other thing I could have done, maybe, can I risk not getting the stone back and sow with my first move? If I sow with my first move, that would have been nice. But my fields weren't empty, so no, yeah, it maybe wouldn't have been that good. So if I only build 2 stables and don't take the cat and don't take the boar, so the boar had a 3-point move. I can unblockably 3-point. I can unblockably 3-point field, and in fact, field's 4 points. So let's say I only build 2 If I build 2 stables, leave 4 wood up for fencing, then I can first move 2 stone, second move Reno, fence 4, third move plow, fourth move family growth, village well. So I keep the cattle, but I lose cattle thing, so that's -1. I lose the boar, which is -3. So I'm down 4, but I lose I don't have an empty space, so that's -3, and then I have a fenced pasture, which is -1 to 1 plus 1, 3. So I'm even. I'm even. I have the same number of points, right? If I do that, if I fence 4, because the fencing would still be a 3-point move, because it fences a stable, plus goes from -1 to 1. So I have the same score, but Scholar might be 1 point down or 2 points down, depending. Darn. Yeah, so that might have been the better line. We can look at Scholar's hand to see if Scholar had any points remaining. Scholar had Market Woman that never came out. Oh, Payne took Commercial Baker over Grocer. Interesting. I'm not sure what I would do in that situation. Probably depends on the rest of the hand. I think Grocer is quite good, though. Okay, so Fruit Tree was played. Treehouse was played. Festival Hall. I think he had no clay to play it, though. Yeah. Yeah, Scholar might not have had any more points in their hand, because they did pass on extra effort. Yeah. So the cattle ox skull was only a 1 point move. So Reno fence 4 would have been um, yeah, so I think if I Reno fence, it costs Scholar 1 point and we probably tie. Yeah, something like that. Hello, Scholar. Take 2 reed instead of 4 wood. Right. And that's 1 point, right? Versus the wood. Yeah. But I think you end up with 2 points. You end up with 1 point less. 2 reed would be 2 points. How many reed did you end with? You ended with 3 reed? Oh, okay. So then it would have been the same. Yeah. Wait, that seems wrong. Something's off there. You took 4 wood, didn't you? I thought you took 4 wood, so that's 1 point for your joinery as well. I think it would have been a 1 point difference, and then we tie. Anyways, not worth thinking about too much. You took 5 wood? Well, 5 wood with wood carver, right? Or with wood buyer or whatever, right? You paid F for wood. Yeah, so it was 4 wood plus a wood. Yeah. Yeah, so it is a point. So the 4 wood was a 3rd point for you. Because it's the point for joinery, right? Yeah, so it would have been a 1 point difference, I think. Yeah. I mean, it was a tough one. I spent most of the game in 3rd or 4th, so that was tough. The family growth queue was nice. Obviously, I was banking on family growth not coming in round 6 when I let you start player in front of me. That was quite bad. I also had Prosecutor in hand, and I wanted the Prosecutor to play the Grain Brewery card. I can't remember what the name is. I wanted to use Prosecutor to get the stone for that. But unfortunately, Payne and Quatannens didn't start player at all in stage 1. And the fireplace didn't get built until round 4, after I would have had to commit to the play. So that was too bad, because I wanted to Prosecutor do stuff. And Prosecutor would have been quite good with well and village well and everything. Yeah. Would have needed to do like well and village well and stuff. Minus 2 stables. Oh, I counted the plows wrong. You're right, Yellinger. You're right. It would have been 1 more point for me. Yes. I counted the fields wrong. I counted the fields as a 3-point action. They would have actually been a 4-point. Yes, because the 5th field is worth 2. Yep, I could have got 1 more point with that line. So then even if it's the same points for Scholar, I tie for the win. Darn. Yeah. Should have swung for the upside. I thought the 3-point bore was going to be equivalent to the plow, but the plowing being worth a 4th point was mattered. I mean, I didn't think it was that close, to be fair. I didn't think we were going to be within 1 point of each other. I thought like there's a chance that I can just get totally screwed and not be close. But if I remember crop rotator and assume that Scholar has crop rotator to get the grain lever points, because when he sowed all that vegetable, I was like, did he forget about Grain Lover? And I should have immediately thought, oh yeah, of course he has Crop Rotator. I should have assumed that already, to be fair. I should have thought already he had Crop Rotator. Alright, guys, that's all for me for today. Thank you very much for watching. The Rotator was a surprise. Yeah, but I did see the Rotator in the draft, so I should remember it. And if I remember it, then I should know. If I remember Rotator, then I need to play for the highest possible total. I did not remember Rotator. I did not think Scholar had a chance at a Grain Lover, so that's why I thought I was in the lead. But Scholar having a chance at Grain Lover would put him in the lead. So. He didn't realize you were going to end with 9. I think that happened. Yep. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Fun 2 games. Won the first one and within 1 point on the second. So, or no, I didn't win the first one. What am I saying? But the first game was really close. Like different stage 2, any different round cards in stage 2, and I can win. And it was a fun game. 2 fun games. 2 narrow seconds in both. So, all right, guys. That's all for me. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably do 1 or 2 games tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye. Oh, if you want to stick around, we'll raid someone in the board game category. And thank you very much to Catchy Slim for the Prime sub.
There's a planet on the other.